Good evening, everybody. Ricky, you're the first one in. How you doing? I hope everybody's having a great Monday. Things are pretty good here in Columbus. Sorry to hear about all that tragedy going on out in Seattle. Glad to know all of our Seattle guys are okay, though. Sometimes people do stupid things. Hey, Doug, how are you? Is everyone excited about this weekend? Brett, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yep, I'm doing okay. A little tired tonight, but was really looking forward to doing this stream, talking about playtesting and how we do it in Columbus, how I did it leading up to the first regional, and getting everybody's questions answered. There was a lot of them early on. Hey, Jalen, about what I was doing and how I was doing it. I don't know. I assume everyone around the country probably does something pretty similar to what we do, but I'm sure everybody does things a little differently. So we'll talk about that here shortly. Doug says Andrew was just outside the shooting, about 80 feet away. Well, I'm just so glad that he's okay. That is just bad. Raven, how are you? Power is out, but still here. Did you guys have a storm roll through? Or is it because, well, it can't be the extreme heat, because the extreme heat's kind of gone away, right? Why are you guys without power? Everything's good here in Columbus. We haven't lost power in a while. But you never know, right? Anything can happen. Does anyone check for... I'm going to go check real quick. Look at Top Deck and see what we got. How many guys we got signed up right now? Oh, why don't it ever keep me signed in? Come on. Top Deck, what is wrong with you? All right. Where are my... Oh, you know what? I don't know if even I've signed up yet. Let me see. 33 registered for the regional. See if one of them's mine. Hey, we'll make that 34. Wow. All right. As you know, I am going to be at the National Sports Card Collectors Convention this week. I am leaving there Thursday night, driving home Friday morning, coming in, opening the store with Corey. We're going to work 2 or 3 hours, and then we're heading to Canada. Nor, Yusuf, and Jessica are going up a little bit earlier, and they'll arrive a little bit before us. Oh, look at that, 31 registered for Peace Bridge. Guess what? I'm going to make that 32. That is awesome. Wow. That is a nice turnaround. There were 23 last week. And now there's 32. That's a nice gain of 9 players. I'm sure Howard's going to be happy if he hasn't seen that already. So if you haven't and you're coming, please go register. Don't wait till the last minute and make everything so difficult on the organizers. You will pay when you get there. You don't need to pay in advance. I'm not even sure you can pay in advance. You should register your deck in advance. I don't even see how to do that on here right now. I'm sure I'm just overlooking it. I'll probably do it on the app. But if you're coming, it'd be great if you could register in advance so that we all know you're coming. There we go. There's a way to submit the deck list. The regional, I can look at the bracket. Look at that. Oh, no. All it shows is me. I thought it would show every... Oh, there we go. I think I can see everybody. Nope, I can't. There's just me. All I can see is me. I am the 34th player registered. All right, guys. Get on there. Get registered. And let's all plan to meet and have some fun. Look at that. I got my emails from Top Deck already saying that I have registered. How about you guys? Anyone in the chat planning to come? Hey, Goof, how are you? Yeah, Goof, that's a mess. Goof, I almost made a post about you on Facebook yesterday. Now, I'm going to throw it out here in the chat here in just a bit, so hang loose. Hey, Andrew. So thankful. Yeah. That you were being watched over and you are nice and safe, and you not only protected the staff, but you got some customers in there too. Yeah, so glad everyone's good. It's terrible. One of the shooters still on the loose. I hope they catch him really quick. I'm sure somebody's going to flip on him though, right? Something that hideous. I sure hope they do. Let me see my analytics. Okay. Brett says, I'm coming all 3 days in Canada. Going to be a full-blown 3-day OP bender. Oh, yeah. What time does the first one start Friday night, Brett? I should look at that, to be honest with you. And I've already closed out Top Deck. Top Cow. Oh, my gosh. Guess you guys know what I've been looking at lately. All the play testers out there. We got our Top Cow cards, and to tell you the truth, I was not overwhelmed. All right, here we go. The pre-release. Are these? What time's this one start? Does it have a start time? 6 o'clock. Looks like 6 o'clock for the first one. As of right now, there are only 6 players registered for that one. And then, oh, there's another one at 6. Are they all at 6? Is he going to run all these at the same time? Howard. Wow, look at you. They're all at 6 o'clock. 3 in a row at 6 o'clock. Oh, John, are you coming to Canada? Howard may need some help. He is. He's running them all at 6 o'clock. That's kind of a good thing, though, right? That way, they'll get over at a decent time. Won't be there till midnight. Well, you might be. I don't know how late is the store open. All right, he's got 6 of them scheduled at 6 o'clock. And as of right now, it looks like there are 2 spots left in one of them. The other 5 are filled up at 8. So if you're not registered and you want to play in a Skybound pre-release draft, you better get on there and sign up real quick. We did not get too many spoilers out of San Diego. I was really surprised. I was hoping for a lot more than we saw. There was one guy in Discord who was posting a lot. He must have played in a lot of events because he had a lot of cards to show off. We shall see if anything more pops up. Did anybody look on eBay to see if anything showed up for sale on eBay? Oh, John says, yep, I forgot you're going to be at Gen Con. Pitching it for new players. Hopefully it goes well. I only got a very small report on how things went at San Diego. We'll follow up more later. Attendance was down in the rooms a little bit because they did require a badge this year. Years past, you didn't have to have a badge to come into that hotel room and participate, but they did this time. Still, they got the game in front of a lot of new players, and there was a lot of excitement going on. So I'm sure overall it was a plus. Brett says someone posted pictures of the entire character roster and almost all their cards. How about some ultra rares? Did anybody post ultra rares? There are a ton of spoilers in the Discord, says Doug. Yeah, I looked at a few. Angie was making fun of me for being in there. Hey, James. James, to sign up for the pre-release, go on Top Deck, do a search for Overpower, and show up in Canada. Or you can wait 2 more weeks and do one here in Columbus with us. Ours are on Top Deck also. The ones that we're going to run here at Heroes and Games. And I think Stefan got his up. He was having some struggles, but he quit asking me for help. So I'm assuming he got it figured out. So if you find The Flying Monkey on Sunday, August 16th, and on 15th, we're going to be right here at Heroes and Games. Back-to-back pre-release events. Hey, Keith, how are you? Did I miss something? Goof says, have a good time with the ERB tournament all. With how powerful some of the Skybound characters look, we may not be seeing many of them again anytime soon. And Goof, you may be correct. I think only 2 people from Discord went to San Diego. I haven't seen anything else posted online. Okay. Brett says, Goof, you're probably right. Skybound is not going to open doors for Merlin, Invisible Man, or any of the lesser used characters. Why use Merlin when you can use Mikey in the same slot? Yep, they're both the same amount of points within the gate, right? James says, oh, I thought it was the Columbus one. I can't miss out. The Columbus one, James, is on Top Deck. So go ahead and go sign up. There's 2 of them there. Goof says, I think some of the big shifters will stick around, as well as a few characters who have some speed. Uh-oh. John says he doesn't see mine on Top Deck. What? I put them up there last week. Ugh. So frustrating. All right, let me see. My events. The only thing showing in my events are the 2 I'm going to in Canada. All right. John, thank you for telling me. I will look into that tomorrow. Wednesday, I'm heading to Sports Card National, so I'll have to do it tomorrow. I don't understand. I know that they are there. I know I created them. I wonder if... Do I have 2 accounts? I shouldn't have 2 accounts. Or, oh, wait a minute. My... no. I don't get it. Why is my profile not tell me anything? Well, there. All right, Doug at Heroes and Games. All right, I'll work on it. I knew things were going too good. I know I created them, guys. So if anyone finds them, let me know. All right, back to the chat. Make sure you publish the page. Oh. John. All right. Again, I'll look at it tomorrow. Maybe I scheduled them and then didn't publish them. That's odd. All right. Well, we're 15 minutes in. Let's talk about some play testing. The team that I started play testing was a very odd combination for sure. I was wanting to play Invisible Man, get him on a deck where he wouldn't feel like a threat so that people wouldn't go right after him. So I had him with Leonidas, Billy the Kid, and then Victory in reserve. It did not go great. It wasn't terrible. I split 2 games against Corey. I went 1-2 against Nor, and then 1-2 against Jessica. They all decided they were going to KO the Invisible Man before anything could happen with him. And they did. I was trying to slow the game down, get to the power pack, have the Invisible Man getting his power card or a special card that would allow him to go into the power pack and grab a power card so that I could go get 2 7s or 2 8s in the power pack every hand. And if Victory comes up with her draw 4 on her keep dupes, I could venture for the win. Did not go that well. Like I said, I had 3 wins and 5 losses, which when I'm playing Corey, Nor, and Jessica, if I finish at 50%, I'm not mad. But I was 3-5, so I didn't even hit that 50%. I then trimmed 5 cards from the deck. 2 were Teamworks, and 2 were cards for Billy the Kid. And then I took out 1 of Invisible Man's card, the one that lets him go get that power card. I didn't want to draw 3 of them in the last hand before I go to the power pack. That's probably what was going to happen. And I reduced that to 2. It played a little bit better. I also removed the 6 combat power cards and put in 2 6 intelligence cards, which Billy and Leonidas, neither one could use. But it allowed me to have the 6 to defend Invisible Man. And if I got his card to allow him to defend up to an 8, then he could defend with a 1 through an 8. And I didn't have to worry too much about it. I did run a 6 any, 7, and an 8 any to keep it possible for him to defend. And actually, it played even worse. I went 1-4 against Nor, 1-3 against Jessica. Corey wasn't there that night. And both of them just obliterated the Invisible Man every time. So we're playing a lot of games, trying to figure out what combos work, what characters work, and Invisible Man was not working. And the first thing I did after this game was drop Billy the Kid, and I added Joan of Arc. I was also thinking at that point I might switch out Leo for the Wicked Witch, and I was thinking of moving Victory Harbor to the front and taking in place of Joan of Arc and maybe put Morgan in reserve. But that didn't happen. I left Victory in reserve. I beat Jessica in her girls' deck in the only game that I played her. Went 2-1 against Corey's Land Before Time deck, but then he played Professor Moriarty. We had a great game, but he ended up beating me. That one went to the power pack. I struggled, but a little bit. He pulled out the win. Nor was not there. He was here, but he wanted to play Legacy, so we didn't play in the Modern that night. We did go on to play a little bit later, I went 2-0 against his Zorro, Sherlock, Three Musketeers, and Billy deck. So that deck just, he couldn't get it to fire right. He was struggling. Then I tried another deck entirely for the next round, and it didn't work so well either at first. But I played Wicked Witch with Merlin, Invisible Man, and Victory for the day that the Invisible Man became a 16-point character. I was hoping that the Few and Curse would be out before the regional to allow that to happen. Did not happen. The deck was awful at first because I was playing way too many cards. I had 60 cards, no events. I lost 2 games to Nor. Trimmed 3 cards and quickly lost 2 games to Jessica. But I just felt like there was something there. And I kept sticking with it. I removed 2 Teamwork cards and made 1 through 4 power cards all intellect. It started playing a whole lot better. I went 1-on-1 against Nor. I played Steve, went 2-1, and then decided it's not going to be legal for the regional, so I just put it away. That deck is really fun. Having the negates to help defend was huge, and I really enjoyed that. We were staying late a lot of nights, Tuesdays and Fridays, getting ready for this regional. Steve was coming on Tuesdays. Andy was there on Fridays. Sometimes Steve got to show up. So we just kept hammering away, playing games. Usually we would, after game's over, we sit down, the 4 of us, Corey, Nor, Jessica, when it's just the 4 of us, when everyone else pitches in too when they're here. But we discuss the game. 2 of us will watch while the other 2 play a lot of the times. And we'll make comments throughout the game. Hey, you need to do this. Don't do that. We're not playing to win. We're just learning how the decks play. So giving advice mid-game is not something that we hold back. A lot of guys don't like that, but when we play each other, that's the way we do it, because we're not concerned about winning or losing playtesting games. We keep track of them to see how the deck's going, but we don't try to win every game. We don't. We play to win, but we also play to make the deck better. So anyone's input is acceptable during the game. After the game, we all sit around and talk about it. What did we do wrong? What did we do right? What did you see that I should have done? What did you see that I shouldn't have done? Any idea on what should come out of the deck? Do I need to put something into the deck? How many cards should I play? We always discuss briefly events, and right now, without seeing Skybound events, we're just not overwhelmed by the events, so we don't play them very often. Keith says, did you have any success building with Invisible Man and Arthur at any point? Honestly, Keith, I didn't even try King Arthur with the Invisible Man. Would have been interesting to play him with Leonidas, King Arthur, but I never did build it. I was having a lot of fun with the deck the way that I was playing it. I probably played the Merlin version a little bit more than I should have because it wasn't going to be legal for the regional. I just put it away. Going 4-4 at the regional was just okay. I wasn't disappointed. Well, wasn't expecting a whole lot better than that. I kept thinking if I go 50-50 against Corey, Nor, and Jessica, I should be able to make the top 8 for the regional, but I was wrong. I had a couple games that was just my game against Derry. He slaughtered me in 3 hands. The deck didn't even have time to develop. I was playing Noah and Dupe City, I made a huge mistake against Lawrence, but at that point I had no chance to make the top 8 anyways. So theoretically, two of the 4 losses could have been turned around. Maybe the third one if I hadn't played so dumb in the second hand and let Lawrence knock out Leonidas. But the game against Noah, he played very well. He was aggressive, and when I was down cards, he just wouldn't stop, which is where you're supposed to go. And he did not give me a chance to come back in that game, and that's how he got that win. So he played very well. Then 1 week, I went 1-2 against Noor, playing Zoro, Wukong, Deja, and Watson. It was very hard to play against that deck. Most of the time, I didn't have a chance. I only won 1 out of the 3 games. If I thought I had a chance to win another one, I might have played him one more game to try and finish it 50-50, but he was dominating me. And Corey was just back from his vacation, and he brought out a Sherlock, Leonardo, Zoro, Watson deck, and he beat me. I think he started with his Land Before Time deck, if I'm not mistaken, and I beat him 2-0. But he was rusty, and he just been gone for 10 days, something like that. So we blamed it on that. Then somebody played me with then I switched. I switched to Hercules, Baby Mob, Mr. Hyde, and Cthulhu in reserve. Didn't really enjoy that deck enough to try to make it any better. Dupes killed me. I was playing too many cards, and it struggled. But I didn't like it enough to even try to make that better. And then I had a really bad week the very last week. The Invisible Man went 0-6. And Jessica said, please don't play it. And I was just stuck in the Invisible Man mode, and I said, I'm going to try it. I've got to play it, and if I don't do anything with it, I don't do anything with it. And then I can put it away and say, okay, at least I tried to play Invisible Man. So that's what I ended up doing. Week 6 should have told me it wasn't going to be strong enough, but I was bullheaded and thought sure I could make it work, and I didn't. So that's where I stood on the playtest. Jessica did not want me to play Invisible Man the whole time. She did resign to the fact that I was going to do it, and she tried to help me make it as good as it could be, but it was not going to be a deck that could win everything, let alone make top 8. I would like to have tried the Merlin Wicked Witch version, but now with all the removes coming up from Top Cow, I don't see it being a viable deck. There's a KL coming, there's a card coming in the any characters in the new suite of any characters that will remove cards from play that would affect the remainder of the game. So I don't think even when the Few and Curse set comes out and that card is legal, the 16-point Invisible Man is legal, I don't think I'll even try it. I really, really hate the fact that you have characters who are only playable when they have utilities in play, and then they make cards to eliminate utilities. You're wiping out characters like the Invisible Man and Time Traveler because there's just so many ways to remove their cards that make them playable. Doesn't make them overpowered, doesn't make them all that great, it just makes them playable, and now it's going to be gone. Right now I'm thinking it's not going to work, but I got to wait and see everything, right? I'm not sure I'll be happy with the outcome. I still don't know what all is in Skybound, let alone what's coming in Top Cow. So we shall see. Goose says, Invisible Man's best tournament performance. It was fun that you tried. Thank you, Goof. Yes, it was fun to try it. I would have loved to done just a little better. If 5-3 would have even made me happier. But I enjoyed it. I hope to find another character that I enjoy playing that much in one of these next two sets, whether it's Skybound or Top Cow. I've seen a couple in Skybound that look interesting that I want to try, but I'm not sure about Top Cow. I don't want to say too much about Top Cow because, that's... I'm not allowed to say too much. But I will say, you Top Cow fans, I hope there's a bunch of you out there. Stefan says, I still haven't been able to post events on Top Deck. Is yours on there? Stefan, I thought I got them scheduled, but now John's telling me he can't see them, and I went and looked and I can't see them, so I don't think they're there yet. I got to look into that tomorrow. Goof says, Invisible Man's cards that require power card defenses might help him out, even if you lose his defense and hidden attack cards. Maybe. We'll see. And I'd like to see what the artifacts are. Maybe there's an artifact that'll make him playable. But running the Governor's 9 and 7 seems stronger at 16. Yeah. There's probably going to be a lot better choices than Invisible Man. And the Invisible Man would be my choice, my character choice over the Governor for characters. But you're right. I think it's going to be hard. So that is basically my 6 weeks of play testing and how we did it. Nor Jessica and Corey always giving me advice and say, try this, do that. Discussing the games. We did the same thing with their decks. They did not, I don't believe any of them kept notes on how they were doing. They just kept winning against me. Corey, actually, of the four of us, I think he struggled the most. And then he went 7-1. So really proud of him in doing that. But he kept trying a lot of different decks. I don't think he played the same deck more than 2 weeks. I could be misremembering that. But he was trying a lot of different stuff. And ended up finishing very well and then losing the first round of single LM, which really hurt. Something that Nora and I also have done a few times. I think Jessica did once too, right? So just getting to the top 8 is just the beginning. Then you got to start all over again. Anybody have any questions, any advice on how did you guys do your play testing? You just play, some of you probably just play online, right? You probably don't have the ability to discuss it as your deck as much as we do. We all sit around all day. We even talk about it at work when Nora's not there, but Corey and Jessica and I will talk about our decks. There are some Sunday afternoons we've come up and played on Sundays. So a lot we can do here in Columbus. Hopefully soon we'll see other cities get enough players to be able to do something like that. Where guys will meet up weekly or even 2 or 3 times a week to play games. Ricky, I play testing tournaments. Yeah. Well, Ricky, you're kind of like out there in the middle of nowhere, right? Nobody to play. Brett says, same, Ricky, but I don't do nearly as well as you. Yeah. Yep, Ricky's had a good run lately. So is Justin. I know Justin gets to play a little bit more, though. is he coming out this weekend? There's a lot of players. I wish I could see everyone who's coming. I think maybe I'd have to be an administrator of the event to be able to see it, the attendance. But I could be wrong, but I can't see it right now. There's a bracket tab. The only one in the bracket it's showing is me. And when I go to pairings, no pairings yet. And the standings, there's no standings. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I got it. Wow. There we go. The standings all of a sudden uploaded. There's Anthony, the OP Goat, Ben, Zach, Patrick, Sean, Robin's coming, Lawrence, Jonathan, Justin, great, Giuseppe, Felipe, William, Robert, Benjamin Turner, Abby Turner, Chris Rice, Brandon's coming, Yusuf, Keith's going to be there, Nor, Corey, Brian, Darth, Brett, Diego, Jason Van Etten. Seriously? Be good to see Jason. All right. There's Derek, Marcelo, Rain, another Derek, and Will. Huh. You know who's not on there? Jessica. Jessica's going to get us to 33 players. I have to tell her to get signed up. All right. Yeah, there's going to be some players. That's awesome. It's good to see those numbers growing. So we'll get up to at least 33 if all of you better show up. You register, you better be there. Ricky says, I'm finally starting to not hate playing online, so using that to play test now indeed. Although, yeah, it's not quite the same. Goof says, sounds like you just played more games with Invisible Man than I have in total. Yeah, I probably did, Goof. I played a lot. Keith says, I play test decks with solitaire games. I always win. I can always tell what I'm about to do. Yeah, I have that problem when I try to play myself at chess. I always know what I'm trying to do, so I know how to stop it. Brett says, Keith, I play OP Solitaire too. Wow, I made it to the power pack with all my characters alive and no hits again. What a great deck. Oh, yeah. Playing Solitaire is very, very hard. It's a lot of fun, though, right? You can't lose. Wonder where Felipe is. I had a question for you, Felipe. Are you listening? All right, Felipe, here's my question to you, and I know you'll watch later, so you can give me an answer. How we coming on the Kickstarter? Hey, Travis, how are you, buddy? You're starting crap on Discord again? Travis, what are you doing? All right, Felipe, you got any updates for us on the Kickstarter? I know the fulfillment is basically going through LRG, but I'm hoping you got some inside information. Do you know anything? I assume they've chosen the printer. They're getting ready to print, right? Have you submitted all the artwork? Oh, I sure hope so. We were originally told that The Few and the Curse would be out before Skybound. Now that's not going to happen. I think I heard something about October for The Few and the Cursed. I could be making that up, but I thought I heard that somewhere. Raven says, also Solitaire. Can't believe I lost to that idiot. Don't be so hard on the guy, John. He's trying hard. Oh, yes, sir, Travis. I'm doing great. Thank you. Are you coming to Canada, Travis? No, it's kind of a last-minute thing for me. I have not play tested anything for Legacy. And I take it, I did play a few games last week, but nothing that has me too excited. I really love the deck that Nora's putting together. I really love Corey's deck. He is very creative, just like Nor, and I can't wait to see how well they do. Travis couldn't get off work. That sucks. Hey, there's Nor now. I don't know what deck Jessica's playing in Legacy, so I don't know that she's told me. I know she's tried a couple new ideas. She wasn't real happy with any of them, but I don't know if she's stuck with anything yet. Nor do you know? Has she decided what she's going to play? I love to sit down and talk deck designs with Jessica because she obviously tends to lean toward playing the girl decks. So she is always coming up with questions like, how about this character with this one and this, and how does that work out? And we just sit around and talk about it. You know, deck building in Overpower is almost as fun as playing the games, right? We could all just sit around and build decks all night and then not even play a game. Phil and I used to do that. Spent 2 or 3 hours just building decks, and we may play 1 or 2 games and then say, okay, let's build another deck. It's just as fun as playing. Oh, Nor says Jessica doesn't need play testing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she looked like she was play testing pretty hard from those pictures that were on Facebook on Saturday. She was putting a lot of thought into it. She was trying to get Doc Savage in the next ERB set, right? And Goof says building decks is most of what I do. You and Andy, why aren't you in the chat tonight? Where are you at? But Andy always has 5 deck concepts going at any one given time. So it's always fun to see everything that he's got brewing. And he's constantly trying to come up with the next big thing. Travis, last night was the first time since you left Columbus. Wow. Oh, Andrew says about to play our first matches with Top Cow. You know, AJ printed out the Top Cow for us. We looked them over, but we're not going to play any Top Cow before the time is up. I think they got to be in tomorrow, right? They want our results tomorrow. So have fun, Andrew. Old Geek, New Tricks, how are you, buddy? Are players combining old and new OP characters in competitive decks? They are for the NAOL, but they can't play it in the regionals. The modern stuff is only allowed in those. And Brett says, I built more decks than I played games. Yeah. Oh, Andrew says he wouldn't be playing it either if he had a tourney this weekend. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I was so borderline in whether I wanted to leave Chicago and go play, but Corey and Nora kept saying, do it, come on up, you got to do it. And then when I said I'm going to do it, Jessica said, well, if you're going, I'm not going to be the only one staying home. And she decided to come up. I'll tell you what, I could sit and play Legacy all night long. Corey loves the modern game. I think he probably loves it a little bit more, but I enjoy the Legacy stuff. I wish I had time to build a deck. I was looking at another Venture deck, Heroes for Hire, and King Arthur, but I never got around to building it. Andrew says, I'm super hyped to hear what people will bring to Seattle. Everything fresh and untested. So many theories. We shall see who wears the crown. Yeah, I can't wait to see it also. It'll be interesting. I don't know if any of the Columbus people are going. I think Ray's coming, Jalen, maybe Nor. I don't know. I can't remember. He says LRG hosts 5 tournaments a year where only the new cards are allowed. The NAOL hosts 7 a year where you can use the old Marvel DC Image card as well as the new ones. I'm looking to earn myself another Seattle pin, Andrew. Go for it, Goof. Get him. It will be interesting. It looks like Skybound's probably going to dominate ERB. A slight power creep. I don't think it's huge. But I am also anxious to see. Andrew says, that's good. Stay home. Give our locals a chance for top 8. Yeah. And that's what regionals are supposed to be about, right? You're not supposed to really travel to all of them. Play in the one in your region. That really was a bad weekend for us. The Philly weekend is really bad for us too. Brett says Legacy is great, but I think Skybound is going to cement Modern as mechanically superior. When LRG gets the Marvel license, I doubt anyone will play Legacy for any reason aside from nostalgia. Brett, I hope you are correct, and that is my goal. Just get them to the Marvel license. Travis says, if anyone wants to grab an extra promo card from Peace Bridge for me, I won't hold it against you. Not gonna happen, Travis. They will not give out any extras. You only get 1 per person, and that is all. Well, look who's here. The GOAT has joined the podcast. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Stefan says that you can post one, just put one up for me too. I still haven't been able to sort it so far. I'd like to have it out in the world. All right, Stefan, I'll try. I thought I had them up last week. So Doug says, I'm going to guess we will get more than 16 this year, Goof. Yeah. I think you will, Doug. I don't think that's going to be a problem. And Travis says, I tried. Yeah, a lot of guys tried. They always get the door shut on them. Yeah. Goose says, open a Craigslist ad, Travis. Get someone to show up for you. There you go. Pay someone's entry. They come in, play a game, and get their promo and drop. Well, it depends on how they do it. You might have to play 4 games, something like that, then drop. Marcel, you ready for this weekend? Are you playing in any of the drafts, Marcel? Corey and I probably won't get there in time for the drafts, but that's okay. I don't think I really care about playing in the drafts right now. I hope you guys all have fun with them. Oh, Marcel says, Seattle, shall the OP go west once again? Yeah. Goof says, I hope Seattle will get plenty. Hurts my chances of making the top 8, though. Goof, you got this. You can do it. Brett says, previous NAOL tournaments with multiple days events counted each event toward the play 4 events to get the promos. Will Peace Bridge count as 1, 2, or 3 events? Don't know the answer to that, Brett. I think Peace Bridge is 1 NAOL event. And that is the one you have to attend to count toward the 4 to get the promos. And Marcel says he's going to be in pod 2 if I can make it. All right. Earlier I was checking online. There's only 2 spots left for all those events. So guys, if you want to play in those drafts, you better get signed up quick. Jessica, Noor, and Yusuf, I think, are all going to get there in time. And I know Noor and Jessica want to play. And I assume Yusuf does too. Yusuf is addicted to Overpowered just like the rest of us. So he will be there ready to play, I'm sure. They're leaving early in the morning, so they're going to get there a couple hours at least before us. Maybe 4 hours before us. So if you guys pull anything big, make sure you post it. All right, put it on Facebook. Show us what you get, especially if you pull any of those ultra rares. Let's see some artwork. I saw the list of players for the regional. I wonder who all is going. It looks like most of them are coming back for Peace Bridge, right? For the NAOL event. Well, take a look at that and see if it'll populate for me this time. Yep, there they are. Robin, Sean, Lawrence, John, Justin, Anthony, Patrick, Giuseppe, the OP GOAT, Ben, Felipe, Brandon, Yusuf, Zach, Chris, Nor. Yeah, look at that. Everyone, looks like everyone's staying to play. Oh, pick up Jack Stillwell. Jack, why aren't you scheduled for Saturday? Ray, Ethan, Will, Derek, Steve Costa. Got to add a player there. Marcelo and Greg Costa. There's Derek, Keith, Diego, Brett. Oh, you know who's not listed? There's Keith Bursack. Where's Joe and Dave and Howard and Tyler? Holy cow. Guys, we may hit 40 if all those guys sign up. That'd get us to 36 right there. Did I miss? I don't see Tyler. Did I miss Tyler? Nope. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're going to be really close. We might hit 40 on Sunday, guys. That's going to be great. All right. And Howard may just run it and not play. Maybe that's what he's thinking. Goof says, but Marcel, will you need to come out west after you take the gold in Canada? Yeah, Goof, don't go feeding his ego like that. Marcel says, sadly, I think Discord and Facebook will be full of spoilers. Sadly, I'm wanting to see them. He says, Top Deck makes it sound to me like we're just doing a single draft on Friday in our respective groups. Is that right? Do you know? I don't know what's going on. I believe he's going to run 6 drafts all at the same time, starting at 6 o'clock. But I could be wrong. Marcel says, Goof, you can never have enough gold. This is true. Travis says, Howard didn't sign up for his own event. Yeah, I think he might be doing what I did for the OP Cup. He's not playing. He's just going to run it. And that might be what Tyler's planning to help him run it. And Travis says, Discord already has most of the set posted. Yeah. I'm more interested in the ultra rare stuff. I see the alternate art. I'm not a fan of Invincible or Walking Dead. So I'm not like super hyped for the set like I was for ERB and all the foil stacks and alternate foils and things like that. But we shall see. I may get hooked once we start busting a few boxes. And if you could be in Columbus on August 15th and 16th, we're going to run back-to-back pre-release events in Columbus. First one at Heroes and Games, and then another one at the Flying Monkey. So I hope you all can make it. Spend the night, hit 2 pre-releases in 2 days. Well, Travis, you're not a fan of either one either? I think it's going to still be a great set. It's just not anything I'm excited about, but I can definitely see the fever building. Brett says, do you know how many prize pack cards there are? They are numbered. Oh, SBPP, number. We have seen up to 14. Did they have prize pack cards at San Diego? I didn't think they were going to have prize pack cards there. That's interesting. That's a great question, though. I don't know. I don't know how many there are. Oh, are they going to have prize pack cards in Canada? I bet they do. Because they're out of ERB prize packs. They gave them all out. Which, it's kind of sad that they gave them all out, and there are still $30, $40 cards in those prize packs. I really thought that they would give out so many prize packs that those prices would have come down a lot. Brett says we've only seen the ones in the hype videos. I bet they didn't have them out there in San Diego. I bet all they had was the booster boxes. So, I will say to all you naysayers who didn't think they'd get the booster boxes in time for Canada, let alone San Diego, they did it. They did it. Howard will have his boxes. If he doesn't, he will have them in time. I did offer to have them shipped to Columbus with mine, and then I would drive Howard's up to him. And I said, it's okay. We got it covered. We don't need you to do that for us, which is a great thing. Although, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I don't know that they're going to have the NAOL prize mats. Yes, that's right. I've heard a rumor. That would suck. Travis says, it looked like a decent amount of intellect characters, so that I'm interested in, but I never watched either show or comics. Yeah, there are a lot of intellect characters. There's a lot of good characters in the Skybound set. A whole lot that look playable. Battle Beast, Omni-Man, and Invincible all look like monsters. God Lord King and Mikey look amazing. Angston Levy, however you say his name, he looks really good. Cecil looks really good. The twins look really good. The walkers look really good. So I think, like you said earlier, this set may be the end of ERB. Let's see. Brett says, Doug, Joe promised us those prize pack cards would be easily available at 25 cents any day now. Yeah, I know, Brett. I believed him. I didn't think the Vault art cards would really be that cheap, but I thought they would really come down and be $10 or $15 cards maybe. It didn't happen, right? Goof says, I have decided to not look at any more of the cards for a while. I only spoil myself with about 8 characters. You want to make those pack rips really exciting, eh, Goof? Yeah. We are going to open boxes upon boxes on release. I will try to get permission to actually open them on a Thursday night, get a day early. Usually you're not allowed to even do pack openings early. I'm going to try to get special permission, and if so, I am going to sit here with Jessica, Nora, and Corey on a Thursday night, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to open boxes, however many they want to open. I don't think it'll be like we did with ERB, where we opened, 16 boxes the first night. But I bet we can do 6 or 8, right? Ricky says, most of the prize pack cards are 25 cents. Yeah, all the universe cards, the Any Character 4, the Any Character 7, the events, the alt art characters, none of those are 25 cents. People still are paying at least $4 or $5 for the events just to put a set together. It says, lucky for you, Doug, the release date is August, so you should be fine to open it whenever. Goof, you may not be wrong. But I do know that the official release date is August 28th. So we're going to try to open them on August 27th. Stay tuned. We'll let you know how that goes. Yeah, Ricky. Why does one guy keep posting on Facebook that he wants the universe cards out of the prize packs? I thought they were the exact same universe cards that were in the regular set. Is there anything different about them? Does he know something that the rest of us don't know? Yeah, Brett, the universe cards, that's what he meant. Events are $10 all day, says Travis. Says Goof isn't wrong. Yeah, the Goof is never wrong. Goof, that reminds me. Why don't you start your own Facebook group page where you keep all this information of the tournament results, who used what and how well they did in the tournaments, to make it so much easier to find than going through those two group pages where you're posting them now, where they get buried under other posts. And you could just have your own little Overpowered group page, and we'll just all follow you on there, and the only thing that'll be posted there would be you posting tournament results. I would be a member. I would probably do what do they call that? Not Discord, but I would probably pay for that information. The Goose says, or GTS has it listed at 826, so just get your box from them. Do they really? All right, Goof. I got to check that. I thought they changed it to the 28th. Let me see. I'm going to check right now. And Goof says, I'm glad you brought that up. Kyle, who hosts his Excelsior webpage, is going to be posting all my tournament results for easy access from here on out. You got to put it on his webpage? That's awesome. Share that in Facebook. I'll sign up. What is that called where you pay $2 or $3 a month to get access to things like that? Patreon. Yeah, start a Patreon. We'll back you, Goof. I promise. I'll sign up. The Columbus Regional stuff is already up on his website. Well, Goof, I don't know who Kyle is or his Excelsior webpage. I'm missing out. I need to get informed. I will go look at that. Awesome. All right, let's see. Oh, you're right. It's 8:26. That's a Wednesday. All right. Let's try ACD and see what they say the Overpower release date is. I know Joe told me that it was the 28th. But you know what? I can get away with, no, seriously, I think all I have to do is ask. ACD says it's the 28th. Universal. Let's see what Universal says. Whoops. Where are they at? There we go. Universal, formerly known as Alliance. Skybound, Walking Dead. Release date 8/28 there. Looks like GTS is the only one. Does Southern Hobby have them? I think Southern does. Let me see if they got it also. Guys, I just told you the 3, if not 4, of the distributors that are carrying Overpower. So if your store needs it, they can get it. It doesn't seem to be on Southern Hobby. All right, so I just gave you 3 of them. Universal, ACD Distribution, and GTS. All have it on their websites. Those are the 4 distributors that I use. Southern doesn't have it listed. But if your store has an account with one of those 3 distributors, they can get product. They can order it by the box. Don't fall for that line. They got to order it by the case, because they don't have to order a case. They can order 1 box, 2 boxes, 3 boxes, or 100 boxes, whatever they want. They are past the order due date, but I don't think it's sold out, so they could still order it and get product for the August 28th release. Goose says Patreon. Yep, that's what I was thinking, and I can absolutely paste that on to Facebook. Please do, and I will go bookmark his page. Travis, have a good night, buddy. Travis says, at least Joe told someone the release date. Yeah. Well, a couple weeks ago when I was making all of my major announcements, I contacted him and said, hey, what do we got to do here about this release date? And he said, go with the 28th. I went with the 28th. We'll see how it works out. I have a very, very good relationship with GTS, and they will get me the product whenever that release date is final. Goof, come on, guys, give Joe a break. Joe told you, but no one else. We're all still theoretically in the dark. Well, kind of, but it was kind of official when I announced it. I got it straight from Joe, right? Goof says, I've been to 3 stores. They won't order it for me. I don't know why. Not even a personal order where I pay up front. That is crazy. Hey, Goof, you can get free shipping off of my website. Just saying, if you want to buy it. I know you're trying to buy local, but if you can't get it, I'll ship it to you for free, buddy. I'll get it to you. You know what? You're so far out there on the West Coast. I don't know if I can get it to you on release date. I will do my best. At this point, I don't know that I could promise you on release day. I'd have to ship it on Monday to get it to you on Friday. Yikes. That's tough. All right. Somebody help the Goof out. Where can he get it? Get it paid for and make sure he gets it on release day. Maybe that, what's the store in Seattle? Zulu's. Maybe Zulu's will ship it to you. Get it to you on release day. We've pre-sold a lot of it, and we're going to make sure everyone gets it, hopefully on the release day or the Monday after at the very latest. We may ship it to some guys through the mail so that they can get it on Saturday if that's possible. Oh, there you go, Goof. Yeah, Brandon will get it to you. Hopefully Brandon gets it early enough in the week, too. He's not getting his delivered on the 27th and then trying to turn it around the same day. Usually, we get the product 3 days before release day. Universal's really good about getting it to me. I'll probably have it on Tuesday. GTS sometimes doesn't ship it till Tuesday, and I get it on Wednesday. ACD just whenever they feel like shipping it to me. I'll tell you right now, if your account is with ACD, I have no consistent shipping out of them. I don't know what the problem is. But, Goose says, but I want to get at least one local store to buy so that I can send friends that way. I got a few interested locals finally. Yeah, I don't understand why they won't give it a shot, especially with it being Invincible and The Walking Dead. And it's not a huge investment. I can spend a couple $100 and see what happens. The worst part about getting new players in is they can't buy. They're going to spend a little bit because they have to buy the power station and the booster packs. You don't really need the starter decks because everything in the starter deck, I believe, is in the power stations, right? So if you just buy a power station and some booster packs, you should be good to go. Hopefully that's what some of these stores will get people signed up to do. We're kind of spoiled. We got the Flying Monkey and Heroes and Games here in Columbus. And there's also a store in Pickerington, which is where I live, and they picked up the game because of AJ. So there's at least 3 stores in the Columbus metropolitan area where you'll be able to buy it. So we shall see how that all works out. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Friday night at the event, when I get there, I'm going to do a little bit of a live stream. I'm not going to be live streaming games, but we're going to do a little bit of a live stream when we arrive. Say hi to everybody. You will want to sign in and watch that. We're going to be opening something pretty special up there in Canada on Friday night. I believe LRG is streaming on Saturday. I have not been asked to stream. I might. I probably won't. I don't want to I'm not planning to stream. Howard said something about it tonight, but I don't know if the store has access to everything that I would need. Steve's asking who in Pickerington. 5-6. So 5-6 is going to carry it, I believe, because the store manager kind of enjoys the game. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. We will see you all this weekend. We'll see a bunch of you this weekend. Next Monday night, we'll do a recap of how the weekend goes. And I will show off what we open Friday night in case you miss it and don't get to see it on that live stream. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good week.